action here at Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium. Today, a pair of rivals from the AFC West between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from Arrowhead. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led up by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. But he's got to check that box of playoff wins. And that's not easy to do in this AFC.
First carry here for the rookie from UNC. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz, and he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He finds Johnston. And he's got them quite the gain here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll come up 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's caught, Keenan Allen. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. It's a gain of 4. And the Chargers will have a first.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Harris gets it on the counter.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
All right, here we go. Second down. Herbert from the gun. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And that will not be enough for a first down. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Chargers ball as we get back for the second, and they are thinking points. They motion the tight end over. Herbert now to throw on third. That one's good to McConkey. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a first and goal.
First and goal, Chargers.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
A tight end in motion now. Trying to run in, Harris. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Dump off caught by his back. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get the game's first points here in the second. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them as he always does, a quarterback seeking his 4th consecutive Super Bowl appearance and a 4th Super Bowl title. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, we've had to wait until the second quarter to finally see him and his offense out there. And we're going to see what they have in them here, Kate, in a hurry. Down a touchdown, with how long they've been sitting over there, I know the feeling. You're chomping at the bit and likely going to be pretty aggressive with the football.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Second and 10 now. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Mahomes on first and 10. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Butker knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break. As we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Gray now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. He gives it to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. Rolling into enemy territory. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Playing up the middle, Pacheco. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Pacheco. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Throwing is Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
There's just certain times you get a feel, right, Kate? You do this long enough, you kind of get a sense and just know these two teams are going to be fighting and clawing for that lead. And that sack, well, for me now, you can't afford to go for it. Go put some points on the board and salvage what was a promising drive.
So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have fourth and goal after the break. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Kicked well, and this is good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. On the return, here comes Davis. Juke the defender. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Chargers getting set. First and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still third down.
Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Chargers.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chargers clinging to a 1-point lead. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun give to Hampton. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. They're going to pass it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Setting up to pass. He beams one deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. This is why it's called a victory formation. He takes a knee, and the seconds tick away towards a win. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Kansas City.